You know what really just sucks the pickle? Really just gets in there and just licks all that juice off that...
Pikachu.
Well, I would say dill, and that word slipped out, so that's a problem. Anyway, this is Hack the Dino.
Are you going to censor that for the start of the YouTube video?
No. Oh, I guess I should.
Yeah, I mean, like, first 30 seconds, maybe don't mention
Yeah, if I remember, I will. But be sure to listen to the podcast version where you can find out what I just said.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is You Don't Know Video Games by Hack the Dino, where we talk about the past, present, and future of video games. If you would be so kind, please subscribe to our video game channel and also the podcast. Give us a couple of reviews. 5 stars would be nice. Help the algorithm. Help us get more than 80 followers.
I'd take 4 stars at this point.
No, I still want 5.
Okay.
I know the effort we put in.
Cheapskates.
We are easily worth your 5 pointy things. With me is Floppy Starrick.
Hello, everyone.
What's happening, Floppy?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little song, a little dance. Batman's head on a lance.
What is that from?
It's from Batman 1989. It's because you showed me the Joker thing earlier. It's been sitting in my head.
Right.
Little song, little dance. Batman's head on a lance.
It's a bit of a stretch, isn't it? Like, in 1989, were lances that well known?
No, but I don't know.
Like, really? Brayden, you know what a lance is?
Yes. Also, I'm also in Batman 89 mood because I'm actually in the middle of reading the comic book at the moment.
It's so good.
It's really good. I thought it was set straight after the original film, but it's after Returns as well, which I didn't realize. I
didn't know that.
I
thought the same when I bought it and didn't realize until reading like a third of the way through.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, Catwoman's here.
Oh, good. She may come back. I've got
yeah.
it sitting in that pile of books over there, actually. I should probably read it.
Oh, dude, you should, because I'm in the middle of
good.
reading it. It's great. Getting Billy D. Williams, Harvey Dent, becoming Two-Face.
That'd be good.
It's really fun.
It's the only reason he took that role.
Also, the comic really does capture Billy D. Williams and Michael Keaton really well.
Yeah.
It's kind of strange.
It gets Michael Keaton's facial mannerisms.
Yeah, but it does it in like a exaggerated way, but it works really well.
Yep.
So we're talking about games.
Yeah.
Video games.
If you like games, then you don't work for Warner Brothers because they don't.
No.
Hi.
You've got a bone to bear.
Oh, well, as I'm sure anyone who's seen any of the gaming news lately, over the last 10 years maybe, you would know that Warner Brothers, or as they're now known, Warner Brothers Discovery,
Just Warner Brother D's fine.
WBD, the giant conglomerate of media empire that can't seem to get their own foot out of their mouth. They are constantly struggling to get things to release, and they're constantly cancelling things, either because they don't know how to manage them or because they want it as a tax write-off. See Batgirl, the movie, and the Acme movie, like the Wile E. Coyote Looney Tunes movie. Oh, my God.
John Cena.
Oh, it's so sad. Anyway, so they are a freaking mess. And recently, they announced the closure of Monolith, the studio that made the Middle-earth Shadow at War and Shadow of Mordor games.
Yep.
That made the Nemesis system, which they then patented to...
Which is now locked behind a wall. No other studio can use it until 2036.
Oh, it's the worst. So that's a thing. They also shut down the studio that made Multiverses, the fighting game, the Smash Bros. Like free-to-play game that was trying to smash up all of WB's franchises, of which they have a lot. So all this is happening while Marvel games recently, over the last couple of years, have just been doing pretty damn well, just getting cool developers to make cool own games. They had that Guardians of the Galaxy game that was great.
Mario,
Dude, that was great.
Mario.
Yeah.
Marvel's always done that.
Yeah.
Like, they've always just sort of plodded along and brought out a game, and they were either good or they weren't. They didn't care. They just put them out.
But they would reach it out to a developer and they'd be like, hey, or they would come pitch to them and they'd be like, yep, cool, go for it. Like, so Insomniac Spider-Man, awesome, amazing, incredible. We got the Marvel's Avengers, We got Midnight Suns, which is a strategy game. And WB put out Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League, which died.
Mm-hmm.
They put out Multiverses, which has died.
They also put out the ending where they went, actually, it was all just a joke. It was a dream.
They did do that, which was really bad.
The Mario 2 ending?
Then Monolith, who they just recently closed, they were the ones working on that Wonder Woman game. And if you haven't heard about them getting closed and the mess that was them working on their own game, and then WB being like, not saying anything, them working on it, them being like, no, you need to make an IP, you need to do a Wonder Woman game. So they do a Wonder Woman game. Oh my God, nightmare. Really interesting to read a bunch of the reporting about that. It's a mess. Warner Brothers.
It's a mess.
A nightmare to work for right now, or to try and create under. So I wanted to spitball some ideas. I literally threw this together within like an hour. So like the Warner Brothers devs, like the higher ups at Warner Brothers being like you have so much IP that you could just hand them off to a studio and they could make something super cool.
So I haven't looked at this list yet, and I've just sort of thrown my eyes over it. I'm like...
Well, the first one is the most easy, softball, immediate one that like you could easily do. The second one's kind of just for you, Floppy.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, but I wanted to give some suggestions for games that they could have made over the last 8 to 10 years.
So just before you do, I just want to say the head guy who's responsible for cancelling all this stuff to line the the shareholders' pockets. He went out and saying, no, we want to focus more on our pillars, which are Harry Potter, DC, and Game of Thrones.
Yep.
They're the ones they want to focus on, which is why they cancelled all these games. So all these companies
And Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Last time I checked, Wonder Woman was in DC.
Yeah, in fact, I think she's the third biggest character DC have.
But they just mean boy DC.
Of course.
No, they don't even mean boy DC. They just mean Batman. And they came out and said it afterwards.
Oh, really? They came out and said it just Batman?
Straight up, they were like DC and everything. And people were like, you just closed the Wonder Woman game. And they're like, no, we're focusing just on Batman. It's like, oh my God. Stupid. Wow. These people are so dumb. They don't know how to... They don't care about video games.
And that's where the industry's headed. That is where the upper echelons of this industry is headed. They only care about the profit. They see an opportunity to make billions of dollars, and they want to take it. And when they don't get that return quick as possible, because making games takes a long time, they shelve it, claim it as a tax write-off. Yep. And that's where all these big companies are heading. That is why all these big conglomerates buying up these little independent studios is a bad thing. But also a good thing, because hopefully it gives rooms for other independent studios who are up and coming to actually make the good games, and all our money will go there and not to these greedy fat cats who do nothing but eat dollar bills for breakfast.
And they take the exact wrong idea from a lot of things. Like, they looked at Hogwarts Legacy's massive success and went, you know what we need to do? We need to make it the live service game.
No. Even better.
It's insane.
It works so well.
They're so
got
stupid.
Hogwarts Legacy and said, oh, yeah, you can't play Quidditch. Sorry, you can't do that. Why not? Because we've got a Quidditch game coming out next year.
And it looks like it could run on mobile.
It's just...
My kids have been playing Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, actually, I've been impressed. I was like, damn, maybe I should actually play this game.
Yeah. But yeah, so they've been a mess. And so I wanted to give some suggestions for games they could have made over the last 8 years.
Let's do it, because I want to talk about these.
The idea is they're being more diverse, smaller in scope and scale. And I'm not mentioning Mortal Kombat at all, because if it ain't broke...
Don't fix it.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat another injustice.
Mortal Kombat has been fixed enough.
Mortal Kombat is doing... Mortal Kombat's in a really good spot, I think, personally.
Not according to not according to Warner Brothers.
Well, fuck them. I think Mortal Kombat's doing a really good job. They're making a solid game that's really fun. And they're also... They should be happy with it, because they're printing money with every new DLC character they announce.
Well,
really should
they've
play
cancelled
Mortal Kombat.
all the upcoming DLC packs.
Seriously?
Yep.
What? I do
Mortal
not
Kombat 1.
understand
Correct.
them.
It's done.
Because that's printing money.
Yep.
Every new DLC, you put fucking Terminator in there. People are going to be like, I want to play Terminator.
Yep.
Predator, RoboCop,
Yeah, you put Predator in there. I
Rambo,
wanna play Predator.
Alien. Xenomorph
Alien.
was in there.
Like, what? They want to make a free-to-play Mortal Kombat with different skins and shit?
The skins are already in there, dude. You're way behind.
Oh, it's the worst.
Battle
Anyway,
passes as well, I believe.
So, these are some of my suggestions. The first one, immediate softball. You've got Rocksteady. You put them on a live service Suicide Squad game. Well, they kind of also put themselves on that. There's a lot of hub about what's going on here. I wanted to just pitch Batman Beyond Arkham.
Yes.
It's
please.
Batman. It's a new Batman Arkham game.
There were rumors that Batman Beyond was going to happen.
It makes no sense. It would be so cool.
It would be so cool. And we know that they can do other games in the universe. They've done Gotham Knights. Hang on, was that them that did Gotham Knights?
That was Warner Bros. Montreal, which I believe is still open, question mark?
Which I really enjoyed that game. And it shows that you don't have to have Bruce Wayne at the forefront of the game to have a good game in that universe.
I was considering a Nightwing game.
Oh, that would be cool.
That would be cool.
I thought a Nightwing game could be good. I feel like you could give that to WB Games.
They've kind of done that.
WB Montreal, I should say.
Yeah, they've kind of done that with Gotham Knights because you
and
can
that's
just
basically
mainline as Nightwing.
Yeah.
But this one with Batman Beyond, I think that is awesome. I think you've got if you follow the same gameplay mechanics as the Arkham games, but now instead of Alfred as your man in the chair, you've got old grumpy Bruce.
Yep. And because he's older and gruffer, and understandably Kevin Conroy is no longer with us, you give Roger Craig Smith that role. He did a great job in Batman Arkham Origins and the new VR game.
Yep.
Like, give it to him. He's got the
100%.
chops.
So I just wanted to point out in the live chat, Michael Towns said, live service MK buy 15 fatalities for $49. Michael Towns, they've been doing that for the past couple of games. You have fatality coins that you can buy.
So gross.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I'm very down for this. I think that the cool functions of the suit would really sort of lend itself well to that sort of gameplay mechanic. I like that the free flow combat and combo modes and stuff. So
Yeah. I mean,
I think it's a given.
people have been asking for a new Batman game for literally since
Arkham Knight.
probably like a year or two after Arkham Knight. So it's an easy win. And now they're back to working on it, apparently. But
Dude, every one of those games is killer.
yeah.
Every one.
Well, Floppy, do you think this next game would be killer? That's the question. Next up, I want to suggest, I looked through their franchises. I looked at what WB have, and I was like, you know what? We had one game with them. That was like a decade ago. Let's get
Literally, it was like 2016.
Mad Max as a survival action crafting game. But here's the thing. They own it. Utilize the Nemesis system for vehicles that you fight so that there's persistent damage and evolving battles as they like come
So
back
they
with
remember
new
you and
shit
they
strapped to their cars and stuff.
Yes. You can see repairs or upgrades that they've done to counter what you've done to them.
Yeah,
We had
100%.
this. It was Fortnite Chapter 5, Season 6.
So are you saying that we do this as a sequel to the Mad Max game we've already had? Which was an excellent game
It
and
very much
severely
could
underrated.
be. Or, hell, make it a freaking Furiosa game or whatever. Like, lean into like what you've got at the moment and just roll from there.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that they have such an iconic thing like that and haven't touched it in a decade, and there's been a new movie since then, like, okay.
Can we just have no Mel Gibson, though? Can we just have Tom Hardy?
Yeah, no Mel Gibson at all.
Okay,
Tom
good.
Hardy, 100%.
Just have
And you
Mad
also-
Max.
You
Mad
would not
Max
have Tom Hardy.
isn't Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson is just someone who helped us see Mad Max.
And just take a long walk off a short pier.
The character is not Mel Gibson.
No.
Next
But he's
up,
likeness.
you have TT.
Yes.
Smaller size Lego games. They have
Which-
so many franchises they could do. Not every single game needs to be $120 in a 35 plus hour game.
But how are they supposed to make money, Brayden? That's the most important thing.
Oh, I don't know. Make a freaking Lego game that you can sell to families constantly.
So, have you played Lego Horizon yet?
Exactly like Lego Horizon.
Do it like a Lego Horizon,
Yep.
where they've updated the gameplay to be different to the old games, because let's face it, they hadn't changed for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Not that there was anything wrong with them, but you can't just only do the same thing.
Yeah.
The new ones have kept the feel and essence of a Lego game while changing the core mechanics.
Yeah.
What franchises do you want to see done as a 10-hour Lego game?
Well, if you look up WB franchises and you just look at what they've got, and even if you just think, okay, I mean, instantly, one of the first things that pops up here, Floppy, I don't know what your reaction is going to be to this, Dirty Harry. Like, There's so much they have.
Dirty Harry. I mean, I don't know how they do that as a family game.
Floppy, you ready? Ace Ventura.
Perfect.
I had
Okay.
one a second ago.
Blade Runner.
Oh,
As a
Blade
Lego
Runner
game.
Lego game.
I am down. I am
Beetlejuice.
down for that because what they can do with Lego, and we know that they've done it, is they've taken somewhat serious
Yeah.
themes
100%.
and done them, but translate them well with a little bit of humor.
Yep.
You said Beetlejuice just then.
Yeah, Beetlejuice.
I'd be bang up for a Lego Beetlejuice game.
Okay, do they have Doctor Who?
No. In fact, Doctor Who's with Disney now.
Yeah.
Okay.
For now.
Yeah.
Because
For-
that
for
would
the
make a
moment.
good Lego game because you can travel between different areas.
Do you want another one?
Yep.
Gremlins. See, you can have so much fun with Lego games. They don't all have to be giant, massive, crazy open world, massive things. They can be like 10 hours, and it's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm down for that. What else have they got?
All right. Well, I mean, what else? How about Scooby-Doo?
Oh, great. Yes, please do that.
Scooby-Doo, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Both of those translate super well.
Ninja Turtles?
I think the best one out of all of
Well,
those
Ninja
they-
Turtles
they-
Nickelodeon.
They did the movies and stuff.
No,
Nickelodeon.
Ninja Turtles is owned by Nickelodeon.
They're now owned by, yeah, okay. I was looking at a movies list.
I think if I was to pick two of those that get made into a Lego game, and I think they would both do it really well, I want Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Going through different, your stories is different. You're going to a different area,
Different
covering a
mysteries.
different mystery. Doing that, you can easily do that as the multiplayer because you've got the team, you've got the
Yep.
gang,
Exactly.
and you
True.
can switch between them, of course, for different levels. They'll have different abilities. Velma can be the person that finds clues.
Yep.
Daphne will probably be the female character that jumps higher than everyone else because there's always one of those.
Surely that'd be
Look,
Shaggy.
There is always one. And it's always a female character that jumps
Oh
higher.
my god, you're so right. That is
Yeah.
exactly what a character would be.
Scooby would sniff out stuff and dig.
Yep.
It just translates so well to
Shaggy
a
would be
Lego.
able to find all the laser traps just by blowing smoke and they appear.
And Fred would be a himbo.
And yeah. And he would be strong. He's just strong.
It works.
And just the sound bites he could have are just like wow, Scoob.
Yeah. It'd be great fun.
And Blade Runner. I think Blade Runner for a darker edged one is a great idea.
Like, can you imagine them doing Blade Runner, but like you get those silly Lego comedy bits where like they slip on a banana peel or some stupid shit.
yeah.
Like,
Yep.
how
Rick Howard's out in the
ridiculous
rain
would that
going,
be?
oh, in the rain.
Yeah, like in crying, like tears in the rain,
Tears
and then
in
he
the
just
rain.
pulls out an umbrella and hands it to him. Like,
Yeah. And
you
he's
could
like,
do
there you
so
go.
much silly shit.
Yeah, that's great. I love that.
Oh, all right. Next up, instead of a fighting game, and there was fighting for its life, let's be honest, multiverses.
Ooh.
Instead, what about across the Cartoon Network? I'm talking a Mario 64 or Astrobot style game where you're jumping into TVs, all in different art styles of the worlds. This has heaps of DLC potential.
What's
You're
your main
talking-
character?
You're talking, so I don't know what character you would play. I don't know if you would change up your character.
The Great Gazoo.
Sure, you could play isn't it Galu? Gazoo? No, that's a different
Gazoo.
thing.
But you would play a character that jumps into these TV shows?
Yeah, you're jumping into the different shows.
Oh, I like that.
You're looking at Looney Tunes. You're looking at Hanna-Barbera with Scooby-Doo, Flintstones, Jetsons. You're looking at Adventure
Wasn't that
Time.
Disney Infinity?
Yeah,
Sort of.
a bit, yeah.
But let's face it, Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat and Tekken are all relatively the same. It's not. It's okay to have a game that
fair.
is similar to another one.
Adventure Time, Steven Universe, Powerpuff Girls, Samurai Jack, Ben 10, We Bear Bears, Craig the Creek.
We Bear
heaps
Bears?
of options. Have you seen We Bear Bears?
No.
It's not. I thought you just misspelt Care Bears.
No, We Bear Bears. It's
No,
a great
don't
show.
don't like the sound of that.
Oh, dude, you should.
No,
look
I've
it up.
already
It's great.
decided it's bad.
It's like a panda, a polar bear, and a grizzly bear.
All right, what's up next?
It's good. Next up is something I couldn't give less of a shit about, but apparently they still want to do it, and they keep.
I don't think
making-
anyone gives a shit about it.
They
Like,
keep making
No, there
mobile
definitely
games.
is people that give
the
a shit.
Wiseman brothers rushed that last season
And
and just
kinda
went, yeah, skip to the end and we want to get into our
ruined it.
Star Wars movie. And just killed the franchise.
I think you make a game in this world, but don't title it Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon. I think.
What's the world called?
Who
Westeros.
gives a shit?
Westeros. Call it like you. Okay, you said here a strategy game like Age of Empires, right?
Yeah.
Just call it Age of Westeros
Yeah.
and
Easy.
do a Civilization style, Age of Empires style game. I think
Grand
that
strategy.
would lend itself to that world really, really well.
Yeah. And you could definitely find a market with that, like, pretty easily.
Oh, yeah. No, if you do the Age of Empires, because you can be the people from the north. I don't watch Game of Thrones, I'm sorry, but I know that there are different houses, and you could be that people, and they would have different, or there was the people that lived in the snow that protected the wall or something.
Yeah.
The Night's Watch.
Night's Watch. You could take on different factions. That's a cool idea. I like that.
But something that could be even better than that.
Dothraki?
I don't know how they didn't do it first, but House Flipper is a massive franchise. You have HGTV. Why aren't you making House Flipper before the House Flipper devs?
So where you do up an old house and then flip it for a profit.
What's HGTV?
That is Home and Garden TV.
Oh.
It is an American channel that they own. How they didn't make a House Flipper game before the House Flipper devs made a House Flipper game, beyond me.
That is weird. I do like the idea of House Flipper. I would like to see Landscape Gardener Flipper.
See, I thought it was the... oh, that reminds me. Hang on. No, forget that joke. I was about to talk about Dolphin owning a home. The game that I saw recently, and I went, oh, that's really cool. There is a garden game where it's a cozy game where you plant a garden and you have to use all the materials
It's
in order
one of
to...
the My Universe ones?
Kind of. I'm not sure what it's called. I only saw a clip of it. But you plant trees and whatnot, take it out, and you build furniture. But it takes place like in a Polly Pocket, like little capsule.
Oh, that's cool.
Cute.
Yeah. I saw it. I'm like, oh, I want to look at that. Anyway, that's as far into it as
I just saw the next one.
How about a Little Nightmare on Elm Street, a puzzly action platformer like Little Nightmares, or even better, It Takes Two.
Ooh.
You have a little co-op. You're both trying to escape crazy puzzly levels of nightmares.
Okay, so you know the guys that did It Takes Two
Yes.
are now doing split fiction,
Yes.
where one's in sci-fi, one's in fantasy.
Yeah.
You could do Little Nightmare on Elm Street, where one's in dream world, one's in real world.
See?
Or you could do it like the Halloween and the soon to T2.
Yeah.
Speaking of Duopoly, whatever, 2, that's the link I'm going with. One of the most surreal moments of my life was after a comic convention was in Adelaide. And I managed to know other comic creators who invited me to the after party. So we walk in there, we got there a little bit early. Sitting on the table, having a beer was Robert Englund, who played Freddy. Having a beer with the original Jason Voorhees. Just sitting there having a drink. I was like, oh, well, that's Freddy Krueger and
Did
Jason.
you go and talk to them?
No, I was way too nervous. Like, they were
like-
having a conversation. I wasn't going to, oh, excuse me, guys. I'm nobody, but...
I love that those are two roles that those actors can play, and like 98% of people will not recognize them on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. That's so fun.
Yeah, no, it was really cool.
That's
Emma Caulfield
amazing.
was there as well.
That's cool.
It was Anya and Buffy.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So, as I mentioned at the start of this, Marvel Games teamed up with 2K to get the XCOM devs to make a turn-based strategy game with the fucking Midnight Suns. Characters and a team-up that people have no clue what they are. While WB couldn't even get Wonder Woman, or they were also working on a Flash game that got cancelled as well. And that was originally going to be a Constantine game. Anyway, you should really look up all this stuff. It's nuts. Anyway, give me Justice League Unlimited XCOM. Like, just give me a strategy game like Midnight Suns.
Yep.
But make it Justice League.
You
Yep.
know that won't sell.
Oh, did Midnight Suns sell?
We did.
Did it?
Yeah.
Enough.
It was not like it did not take
But-
the world by storm, but it sold solidly and consistently.
I was about to say, but you got B-tier players there. No, you don't. You got Wolverine, Spider-Man, and Iron Man. Shut up there.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah.
Blade, I believe Blade, Ghost
Yep.
Rider,
Yep,
Scarlet
Blade's
Witch.
there. Doctor Strange is there. Captain American's there.
Yeah,
Like,
you sort of kind of had the A-team.
everyone's there. But then they've also got cool, like, magic, and they've got Nico Minoru, and, like, they had, like, neat, smaller characters as well. But, yeah.
Yeah, I can totally see that.
Ugh. Anyway, I cannot believe how useless they are. Next up, bit of a weird one. Give me a puzzle-solving detective game. Oh, that's the wrong slide. What did I do?
Oh, that's
I
static.
think you skipped that one.
Oh, I did.
Oh,
I
the
did skip
question.
one. Yeah,
Static is
actually,
infamous.
straight up first, Static. It's just Infamous.
Yep.
Just make Infamous, but it's Static.
I'm down. I'd play
I want a new Infamous game.
it.
If
Or-
it's Static,
Just the same Infamous game with a different skin.
yeah, I give it to me. I need it. I want it. Anyway, I just think that'd be really cool, and I just want a new Infamous game. Give me a puzzle-solving detective game starring Renee Montoya as the Question.
Question's a really underrated character, by the way.
Super underrated. This comic is not doing the numbers that I wish it was, because like it's such a cool premise. So the Justice League Watchtower that they have, there's been a murder. There's been a murder on the Watchtower.
Murder.
And Renee Montoya as the Question has to figure out what's going on.
So are we
That's
talking?
a cool
so,
premise
I
for
don't
a
know the
game.
question. Can I just say Renee Montoya, as in the detective from the Gotham PD?
Yes.
Right. Did she become a vigilante?
It's kind of more complicated than that. I don't know all the specifics,
Is it like a
but like
dark Carmen Sandiego?
I mean,
That's the vibe I'm getting.
it's a good vibe to
There's
have.
a 40th anniversary Carmen Sandiego game coming out
That's true. There is. That's wild.
soon.
But yeah, I want this to be like a Case of the Golden Idol, like Curse of the Obra Dinn. Like but then you can have cool, fun cameos
Black
with
Set.
other heroes, exactly like Black Set. Like, I want a cool, weird, different thing like that, and that's like that doesn't have to be a big giant game. That can be like a 5-hour experience. That's just like puzzly and cool, and you can have freaking Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman and Flash and all that shit pop up, like fun little cameo characters.
Yep, I'm down.
Next up, purely because she's absurdly popular, but she can't sell a Suicide Squad game. Give us a Harley Quinn action platformer like Ratchet and Clank.
It's because she didn't have farting in it.
Oh,
Like
don't
put farting
stop
in it, it would have been
Stop.
would have
No.
been fine.
Um,
Sorry, I'm still outraged that exists.
It's ridiculous. It's on its way.
What have
Do
I
you
missed?
judge people who've pre-ordered that?
Yes, all 2 of them. Yes.
Who are they? I need
What
names.
have I missed?
There's a no. We've definitely talked about this on the show before. There's a Harley Quinn farting comic.
Scratch and sniff farting comic. Harley Quinn farts, and
Yeah,
you scratch
exactly.
it, you can sniff her farts.
That's great.
it's
But I want this to be like Ratchet and Clank, where it's like linear to small open zone, crazy bombastic action with tons of weapons. I think it'd be fun, like a little bit like the Deadpool game that they did back, like probably 15 years ago. Jesus.
Oh, that's a good Deadpool game.
It is. I've
It
got
goes
that game.
ridiculous amounts of money now.
No,
do-
it's come down.
Do that.
Oh,
but with
for a
Harley
while
Quinn.
it did.
Yeah, it did. It was going for 160, 200 for a while.
I tried for ages to try and think of something for Superman, and I straight up can't. I respect the people that work on Superman because, man, that's a tough character to write. But
Is it just because he can do everything?
kind of.
It's really hard to make him relatable.
It's not even that, but even just for a video game, like it's tough because he's so invulnerable. Like it's hard to think of like a combat scenario that isn't just
A hero's only as great as their ability to overcome.
They gave
if all that
everyone
makes you
kryptonite
sick
bullets.
is a green rock, then there's only so many.
What about
perilous
Kratos?
positions. Kratos.
Yeah, he was damn near invulnerable.
Yeah, but he had vulnerabilities, mental vulnerabilities.
So does he. But he has morals.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they're a weakness.
They can be exploited though.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, the gimmick they're trying to get across is
So,
that,
Floppy, it's interesting that you mentioned that his deal is morals and his ethics, because the only good idea for a Superman game I've ever heard is from everyone's favorite person that we mentioned on the show, Greg Miller.
Yeah. I haven't heard him talk about this.
He's suggested an idea for a Superman game before. Make a Telltale game. Like a choices-based, decisions matter.
But you know what? You know what you do? You know what you do? You make it a Clark Kent game.
Yeah.
And he's investigating.
Yeah.
Yes, so that was a lot like the Batman Telltale games.
Yeah.
But like, give him little things like his X-ray vision, or
Yeah.
give him little things like his super sound, so he can sort of spy on
And
things.
then he can end up in scenarios where he could choose to, like there's moments in the Telltale Batman game that are really good, where you choose if you go to a situation as Batman or as Bruce Wayne, And you can do that with as Clark Kent or
But
as
have
Superman.
Lois with him or Jimmy with him the whole time,
Yeah.
so he can't sort of do that. So he's got to find a way to use his powers subtly without drawing attention to himself.
You could have a lot of fun with that.
See, that would be fun.
Next up, I think this is a great idea. I think this would be really solid. I think they should make a Wonder Woman game developed by Monolith that
Right.
would be like God of War, featuring the Nemesis system, but
That's a good
utilizing it to build our allies as well. Oh, wait.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Okay, and my last one. This is going to confuse everyone. I'm pitching a live service game.
How dare you say those words?
I'm pitching a live service game, and I want everyone to be prepared for it because, hear me out. I think this makes sense.
A black screen certainly does make sense for a live service screen.
Haha,
Yeah,
very
it
funny.
don't work.
People have been asking Marvel for it. DC, answer the call.
That's
us-
not DC.
Give us DC Ultimate Alliance.
Oh, I see what you did there.
You basically like an isometric multiplayer to co-op action game,
I can see that. I really like Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
and now you've got Diablo,
Diablo.
Diablo. It writes itself. I'm just saying, you can do season passes. You can have new content drops every season. Pay me, Warner Brothers.
They don't pay anyone, Brayden. What are you talking about? Okay, time for Game Club. Floppy, what is Game Club?
Game Club is a club that you can be a part of too. It started out as just us as the hosts. We all picked games that mean something to us that we would like the others to try.
To experience.
To experience and then share their thoughts, good or bad or indifferent. Quite often it's bad, I found.
Yep, because none of us have the same taste in games.
No, which is funny though. I enjoy doing it. But yeah, so we all have a list of games. We've now included. I hope the Patreons can now. There's a Patreon tier level that can.
The producer level
Producer
Patreon.
level Patreons can also have a list of games, and they go get picked through one a week. We play the games.
Floppy,
Yes, mate.
if they wanted to be in on this and wanted to become a Patreon,
Yes.
how would they go about that?
They would go over to hackthedino.com, click on the little Patreon tab, and decide if you would like to. You can support us with a little bit of money. Lowest being
$2.
$2 a month.
Yep.
$2 a month helps us keeps the lights on, the mics on, and looking pretty, and
2 out of
gives
3
you
ain't
the
bad.
sense of satisfaction that you have helped people less fortunate than yourselves.
Much less. Look at these faces. I'm bald. Come on.
True.
Anyway. Yes, so Game Club. We've almost finished the first round of everyone because when you only have a game every fortnight and there's 3, 7, 8 people, it takes a while to get around.
Yes.
But we had Mr. Sabbath with their pick last time, and it was Tenchu 2 Wrath of Heaven. Unfortunately, I didn't get to play it. Floppy?
I've been away from video gaming for the last 2 weeks, so I haven't played it.
Brayden, did you get to play it?
So, from the last time I set up a PS2 emulator on my wonderful little ROG Ally, my handheld gaming PC, turns out the emulator has had a massive improvement since then. So I sat down one night, uninstalled the old emulator, reinstalled the new emulator, started getting that all set up, and then it was like 11:30 at night, and I was like, man, I'm tired.
And as we all know, there's only one night in a fortnight. So,
Yes.
Correct.
So what we've decided is we are going to play it this coming fortnight as well.
Can I make a suggestion? And you can feel free to say no. I would like to play this game because I do like Tenchu. I grew up playing Tenchu on the PS1. Can we pick another game
Yes.
that is, say, potentially one that we can play in a browser that's quite easy? Because this one we have to get emulators.
Yep. I think what we'll do is we will have a second game as well. We will play this game before next show as well as the other one. That's additional homework because we didn't do it.
Yeah, Zach has played it and has given us some thoughts. Is that correct?
That is correct. Here is Zach's thoughts on the game that he wanted us to play that we didn't. Sorry, Zach.
Sorry, Zach.
Zach-
We will play it.
Zach writes, I am super stoked that I get to share some of my childhood classics with the crew and listeners of You Don't Know Video Games.
And we didn't do it.
I feel really guilty now. Messing around with emulators to get Tenchu Wrath of Heaven working was a bit of a pain. Oh, great. But when I got it up and running, it was well worth it. I absolutely adore this game series. The controls can be a little clunky at first compared to today's standards, but what isn't cool about being a badass ninja fighting for justice against corruption? Rikimaru is the reason I tried to dye my hair green and why I have straight blade katana on display in my home. Ninja running across rooftops, awesome stealth kill animation, awesome boss battles, a sick amount of ninja tools to use, and a story that really opens up after the first couple of levels. As a kid, I used to think ninjas were the coolest shit ever, and playing this game affirmed me that I was right. I should have the game finished again by the time this episode airs, and I hope you all enjoyed the game as much as I did. Well, Zach, we certainly will.
Eventually.
I'm actually going to see how much this is and try and buy it. And play it on my PS2.
I would like to do that too.
I might give that a go.
Because
Maybe
this
we
is
should
a
go
game.
halves.
Yeah, I can do that.
Let's look it up.
Because this is a game I would like to own. Because
Yeah.
I do love the first Tenchu and I have it.
Let's
They
see
were
how much
hard
is
games. It was a hard game.
how much is this on the old eBay there, Brayden?
I'll have a look. Tenchu Wrath of Heaven.
Wrath of Heaven. While we're doing that, we need Brayden for the other one as well. But
Yes.
it's down to Floppy and Brayden.
You can get one for $50, $60.
Jesus.
Prices are all over the place.
Oh, okay.
There's one with no manual for 26.
That's all we
Okay.
need. That's all we need.
Yeah, prices are everywhere.
So because we need an easy game, Brayden.
Two-sided die.
Well, so Brayden's 2 games aren't really easy to play.
One of them is
Okay.
free to play.
Yeah, but you have to download it.
That's true.
Whereas Floppy suggestions, from what I'm looking at here,
They're all relatively easy to play.
are they though?
Most of us.
All right, no, we'll do it. We'll do it legit. 2-sided die, or
Okay,
a piece
so
of paper, as I like to call it.
I think 3 of mine will be available on a browser. One of them is Game Pass.
Well, let's have a look. See, well, some of us don't have Game Pass anymore.
Okay.
All right, let's bring up a 4-sided. 1 and 2 is Floppy. 3 and 4 is Brayden. 1. So we're playing Floppy's games.
Hey.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I
Here
have
we
6.
go. And number 6. Oh, Jesus.
No, it's easy and it's in a browser.
What is it?
We're playing Command and Conquer.
Oh!
No, you like this, Ben.
Really?
Wow.
You've seen the type of games that I play.
What weird coincidence.
You won't
that we
hate
just,
this as much as others,
We
Ben.
just talked about this.
You won't hate this as much as others.
That's actually pretty fun that we literally just mentioned this. We just had a big chat about
I'm
it.
excited. It's really easy. You can play it in a browser.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so next week we'll give you our thoughts on Tenchu 2, Wrath of Heaven, and Command and Conquer.
I would love to see if someone plays as Nod.
Nod.
Nod, I can't remember what Nod stood for. GDI is Global Defense Initiative. Nod is the bad guys. But I can't wait for your opinions on the FMV sequences.
Probably the best part.
But no, the gameplay is simple and solid and fun.
Okay.
It is.
Reluctantly.
And the different technologies that you can get through both factions are really cool. Nod have this thing called the Hand of Nod, where it's like a giant hand building that shoots out lightning at you if you get too close. It's fucking cool.
I'm reading about the Brotherhood of Nod.
Brotherhood of Nod, thank you.
And from what I can
Led
gather,
by Kane.
there is no reason for it to be called Nod.
No, I was thinking of Brotherhood of Nod. I just forgotten that it wasn't
so
an
it gets
acronym.
shortened down to Nod, but Nod doesn't mean anything, from what I can see.
Have you got a picture of Kane, the leader?
I can find one.
I think Ben might relate to him.
Because he's bold.
I didn't say that.
Because he's evil and bold.
I didn't say that.
Everyone
at
hates
all.
him.
No. Oh, there he is. He's evil and bald.
I'm a living joke. Speaking of living jokes, time for these jokes to have some questions. It is time for Do They Know Video Games, in which I have 4 questions. 1 from my magic book of riddles and 3 from our Patreon level producers. I will read out the question, 4 multiple choice questions. Whoever yells out their name first gets to answer first. They get it wrong. They don't get a point. If they both get it wrong, I get the point. Yeah, baby. After last show, we have Zach on 0, because Zach hasn't been on a show this year, so fair enough. Brayden on 0. Brayden's been on every show this year, so
Yikes!
I'm on 2, so beating Brayden at the moment.
Yep.
Jazz is on 4, Floppy's on 4, and Anto's on 4. Anto's not here. Anto hasn't been here for the last couple of weeks, so time to get a lead there, Floppy.
I thought you were going to say something else.
All right, Brayden, so stop.
Stop.
Okay, just flicking through the pages and give me a number between 154 and 161, Floppy.
157.
157. Oh, jeez. I'm starting to think I'm going to need reading glasses. I can't read small text anymore.
Oh.
Yep.
That's normal.
Welcome to the family.
Okay, here we go. 157. I just need to get the answer because I think I know this, but I want to be sure. Okay. No, I didn't know it, but okay. 157. Which song on Guitar Hero 2 was exclusive to the Xbox 360?
Oh my god.
Was it A, Freebird by Leonard Skyland, B, Rock This Town by Stray Cats, C, Monkey Wrench by the Foo Fighters, or D, Life Wasted by Pearl Jam?
Floppy.
Yes, Floppy.
Was it Pearl Jam?
It was Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
Wow. I knew it wasn't Monkey Wrench.
I knew it wasn't
played
Monkey
that
Wrench too.
a ton.
And I knew it wasn't Freebird.
Freebird's a great song.
But yes, Pearl Jam. Love me some Pearl Jam.
All right, are we ready?
Yes.
You all ready for this?
I get it, Floppy.
First question comes from Game Boy Games themselves, Michael Towns.
Michael Towns.
And Michael Towns asks this week, in the planning stages of Donkey Kong Country, who was going to be the antagonist for the game? Was it A, Mario, B, Luigi, C, Wario, or D, Banana Man? Hey, remember Banana Man? I barely do. Ha ha ha, microplastics are breaking down my brain cells as I age.
Floppy.
Yes, Floppy.
It's Wario.
Correct!
Wow, really?
You knew that one.
I read it in a Retro Gamer.
Damn. I was gonna guess Mario.
I remember Banana Man because when Eric eats a banana,
He becomes Banana.
Banana Man.
Yeah, so Wario's correct. Michael Towns wrote, the game's title during the concept stage was Donkey Kong versus Wario. Kind of like a lead-based car, lead-based car emissions from the 90s versus my memories from the time. Hey, so like, remember that show called The Book Location that had a guy called Brenton and a puppet cat? What the fuck is he writing about?
I think Michael Towns might have just been doing speech to text and then just kept going.
I just found Command and Conquer to play in browser.
Oh,
Nice.
Awesome. Okay, next one is from Dylan the Villain. And Dylan asks, in Super Smash Bros. Melee, which character is unlocked by completing Classic Mode on any difficulty level without using a continue? Was it A, Marth, B, Jigglypuff, C, Luigi, or D, Dr. Mario?
Floppy.
Yes, Floppy.
It's a Jigglypuff.
Incorrect. Jigglypuff is unlocked for just completing Classic.
Okay.
Brayden.
Yes, Brayden.
Is it? No, he wasn't in that one. What were the other two that weren't Dr. Mario?
Marth or Luigi?
Fuck it. Dr. Mario.
Correct. Brayden's on the board.
I didn't think Dr. Mario was in that one. Oh, thank God.
Well
I'm
done,
glad
Brayden.
I second guessed myself.
I was kind of getting excited. I thought, swing, I'm going to get another point.
Oh my God. No, like I was like, no, it mustn't be that. And then, okay, no, good. Yay! I got a point.
Okay,
Well
here
done.
we go. And we got another Sutex. I really like Sutex questions of late because they've all been, how much is this game worth now, which is something I really like. Another eBay sold question. The following big box PC game, all in good condition and complete, sold at auction on eBay over the last 3 months for this amount. For an amount. Which one sold for the most?
Ooh.
So, which of these big box PC games, complete, in good condition, sold for the most on eBay in the last 3 months?
Okay.
A, Duke Nukem 3D. B, Wacky Wheels. C, Grim Fandango. Or D, Hitman 2 Silent Assassin.
Ooh. Brayden.
Yes, Brayden.
Grim Fandango?
Incorrect.
Oh, okay.
Grim Fandango sold for $357.59.
And that wasn't the highest.
No.
Damn.
Plus
Okay.
$15 postage.
So I essentially get a free guess.
You get a free guess.
So I can talk out my theories.
You can.
All right. So you quite often point out that the shitter games become worth more. Well, not so much shitter. So Duke Nukem
think of
3D,
that.
hugely popular game. There's probably lots. What was the other one? There was
There's Wacky Wheels
Wacky Wheels.
and Hitman 2 Silent Assassin.
Hitman 2, I don't think is a game that is going to be worth money for any particular reasons. It was a middle-of-the-road game.
So it didn't have a lot of copies sold then.
But no, I think it did, but it was just generically sold. I don't think there's anything that drives the price up on it. Duke Nukem 3D, amazing game. But there would be everywhere, I think. I don't know Wacky Wheels.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
I'm going to go Wacky Wheels.
I played Wacky Wheels as shareware, funnily enough.
I'm going to say Wacky Wheels.
Wacky Wheels? So it's your final answer?
No, yes.
You sure?
No.
All right, 3 seconds, Floppy, to decide.
No, I'm not changing.
3, 2, 1. You going with Wacky Wheels?
Yes.
Just as well. You're correct.
Was I right? Is it a shitty game that no one played?
Yep. It was
Yeah.
a Mario Kart ripoff.
Floppy, you know the strat.
No,
So-
it's just I know Ben.
Yeah.
But I didn't write this.
No, but I know how you always say it's the shitter games.
Yeah, because people
that
want to
no one
complete their
played
collections.
Yeah.
that are worth more money because they're just not out there.
So
Wild.
Hitman 2, 290.
Yep.
Okay.
Grim Fandango, 357. Duke Nukem, 400.
Far out.
Wacky Wheels, $765.59.
Damn.
And that sold on the 21st of January this year.
That's
Wow.
a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
Far out.
So I've got to add that to Floppy's little count. And Floppy, you have indeed done what I suggested and got a massive lead of 3 points. Floppy's on 7.
I'm easily suggestible. You just tell me what to do and I'll do it.
Anto and Jazz are on 4. I'm on 2. Still beating Brayden on 1. And Zach, who maybe we'll get on at some time.
He'll be here one day.
Well, I mean, next show you're not going to be here because you're going to be watching Batman Returns.
That is true.
So hopefully we can have Mr. Sabbath on the desk then. But until then, we've been Hack the Dino. This is you.
You don't know video games where
You
we
don't know
tell
video
you
games.
about the... I can't remember what the line is. I'm tired.
Past, present, and future of video games.
That's the one.
Floppy.
Yes, mate.
What do you want to plug?
Yeah, but I would like to plug my Instagram channel, which is Floppy Plays Games, which is now inundated with our shorts as well, which is great.
Yeah.
I
I
have
only include the ones where you have a defining
starring
role.
role. But a couple of my latest posts was Robotech. I got my Robotech Battle Cry. There are 2 Robotech games that I need.
Did you need that one?
I've
I've seen it out a lot.
Yes.
And
So
I just assumed you had it.
I thought I had it, and it turns out I didn't.
Oh.
So there is actually, you know how I said I've got every game I need? There is one more I need, which is Robotech Invasion. It's not hard to get though.
I'll keep
But
an
it's
eye
the
out.
one where you play as the bike riding Robotech people from the 3rd season with the motorbikes that turn into like a...
Do you have any of
suit.
the seasons on DVD? Because
I
I
have
see them all.
Every single episode.
All right, I don't need to worry about that. then.
I have the box set.
Incidentally, if you're a Patreon, you can come into a Patreon-only server on Discord where you can tell me what you're after and I can look for it when I'm
That's
out
true.
and about. So you should do
I
that.
might put on there better Robotech Invasion.
Shoot a picture through.
But yeah, and another, it wasn't a game-related one, but it was a cool pickup, was I found those 3 Indiana Jones VHS. It wasn't until I got home I realised that Temple of Doom wasn't...
Widescreen.
Widescreen. No, Temple of Doom?
Yep.
Raise the Lost Ark. No, Temple of Doom.
Temple.
Yeah, wasn't widescreen, so... Maybe I'll try and find the widescreen one and have the 3 of those as
Yeah,
widescreen.
widescreen's definitely the way to go.
I was quite happy with that. And that's the seat of my car. It's a lovely seat.
Look at that. Look at that
Looks-
seat.
Looks good.
No ghosties on there.
Recently vacuumed.
You're a 90s boy. You
Yes.
know what I mean by ghosties on the car seat, don't you?
Nope, because I'm an 80s boy.
Oh, okay. Brayden wouldn't. Brayden was too young.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
If you just hop back to my page, I reckon there was one more in there, which is actually kind of...
Sign off in the
Cool.
chat down below if you know what a ghostie on a someone's seat is.
there's my June stuff. So Ben got me a VHS copy of June. That is my original copy of the novel on the left. It is falling apart. I now have 3 copies. I have that one, which is my original one. I have a newer version of that I read, and I have one that I lend out. 2 board games, which are amazing. The VHS copy of the 1984 film and the DVD copy of the 1984 film.
It's a cool VHS case, though.
Dude, it's sick.
Cool. Brayden, what do you want to plug?
I would love to recommend people. We just talked about a lot of comic stuff. People should head over greenlightcomics.com. Visit us at Greenlight Comics in Rundle Mall in Adelaide. It's a fun, cool little local comic shop. It's really, really fun. It's really cool to work at. There's a new thing that I need to bring to the attention of everyone. So if you've been in our comic shop, you may have seen the Invincible compendiums and the Spawn compendiums. They're giant, super thick books. They collect 50 issues in one book, but they're paperback. So they're not the crazy big expensive hardcover omnibus edition.
Which are really bad. Public service announcement, don't read them in bed when you're really tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bang.
Broken nose.
Yeah, real bad. So the paperbacks, a lot cheaper than those and a lot more readable. They are doing, if anyone has read the which you should if you haven't, the newest run of Transformers, which is being done at Image Comics. Daniel Warren Johnson writing them. Absolutely fantastic. Really good Transformers comics. Awesome. Loving it. They are releasing, because now they have the Transformers license, a compendium of Transformers with a new cover by Daniel Warren Johnson. This is the original 40-something issues of the Marvel Transformers comic in one book.
Does Osty know about this?
I don't think so yet. I'm going to get so many Transformers fans on this shit. It looks so good. And it's going to be all the collected.
Can you put my name on that, please?
I can absolutely do that for you.
Thank
Floppy.
you. How much is it going to be? Don't
It's
even
like
tell me.
$130.
Shit.
But it's better than $300. If
I
it was a
mean-
hardcover, it'd be $300. So
It's not as good as 50. Just saying.
no, it's not quite 50. But it is all the original 40-something of the Marvel run, plus one of the first spin-off tie-in series thingies they did. But yeah, so that's really freaking cool. You're going to be able to read the original Transformers run again.
That'd be amazing.
So that's really fun.
This is the only way I'm buying comics now, is in collections or like large graphic novels, and
That you can read as a book.
that I can read as a book. I don't buy singles anymore. It's too much.
Well, I buy things when I'm out and about on my journeys on the weekend as a part of Super Retro Squad. You can see there our latest videos when I went to Melbourne. I went to Lobo's and I went to Trippy Trades. One of those stores was great. One was a bit disappointing.
Oh,
I guess you better watch to find out which one's which. Lobo's was great.
look at that Optimus.
Yeah, it's great. Surprisingly, though, this video's really taken off. People want to know where to shop in Melbourne for retro stuff. Currently on 5.6 thousand views.
Hell
Man,
yeah.
that's cool. Where don't we have places like that here?
Great work, man.
And we're closing in very, very fast on 1,200 subs. So, Super Retro Squad, appreciate your support. If you like watching pickups, we release videos each week and we'll continue to do so. And I'm thinking, because this went so well, in the winter when there aren't as many garage sales or markets on, I reckon I'll do a video of retro stores in Adelaide. And I'll go
That's a
around,
good idea.
sort of like go have a look at King Kaiju's cabinet and Vicious Video and all stuff like that.
That's cool.
Maybe drop him a line and make sure to let him know to fill the cabinet before you come. Because at the moment it's looking pretty empty because I just sold a Japanese PS1 in there.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
But still, Super Retro Squad, check us out. There's a Discord for that as well. You can join that where we basically just talk retro video games.
Was that Hagrid?
Hagrid?
Hagrid was in that store.
I don't think so.
Oh, I do. I saw him.
That's me. What are you talking about?
No, at the end,
At the end?
near whenever it stopped, there was a Hagrid at the counter. Look at him.
Oh, that dude. So that guy there,
Yeah.
I was purposely staying away because he was negotiating spending $5,000 on a Masters of the Universe figure. And he bought it. He was asking for 20% off, and the guy went, no, that's a rare piece. I think it was a Wonder Bread He-Man.
Ben, that's amazing content. Why didn't you just go start filming that?
Because it was someone with thousands of dollars buying a toy.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny? With Ben
might have
walking around with
paid
your
you.
camera on your
Chest.
strap.
Yep.
All I can think of is when Homer goes into the Quickie Mart with the giant hat and the camera in it.
I hate it because my camera, it's a GoPro. You can have the screen on or turn it off so it doesn't look like it's filming. And I turn it off so people don't get self-conscious.
Guarantee you, people see a camera, they're just assuming it's filming.
Yeah.
Well, they don't look at a screen; they see a
Most of them
camera.
do. Although one
Yeah,
place...
look at this. It's Ben going into the retro stores.
One place I did go into that I was recording, and the lady said, "Aren't you supposed to ask my permission to film?" And I said, "Oh, it's not on." She went, "Oh, that's okay then." And I quickly turned it off and didn't use that footage.
And that is Ben doing that right now.
But We've been Hack the Dino. This is You Don't Know Video Games. We talk about the past, present, and future of video games, news, previews, discussions. Until next time, remember that you